We'll start with the 2014 A-level paper. Question number 26. News about postponing the exams? Not sure, sir. Some are saying they will, some are saying they might not. It's like a 50-50 thing. We'll work hard and we'll get our things done. Okay. Now, the correct statement regarding money supply and income is that. What can you say, guys? Both money supply and income are flows as well as stocks. What is this flow and stock? Case. In economics, what is a stock concept? What is a stock concept in economics? A stock concept means, I taught this to you all in theory unit number 1. A stock concept is something that can be measured at a given point of time. So you can be measured where? Can be measured at a given point of time. So for example, exactly at this time, I can say how much is there. That is stock concept. I'll give examples, you all will understand better, don't worry. Then what is a flow concept now? A flow concept is something that is measured, okay, measured for a period of time. Okay, right. Now I'll ask you something, guys. We'll take income. Can I say, okay, my income as at 20th September, okay, tell me which one is more correct, okay? My income as at 20th September 3:27 p.m. is 50,000, or my income for the period of September or for the month of September is 50,000. Which one is more correct? For the month of September, it's 50,000, or exactly as at 15th of 20th of September, this time it's this thing. For the month of September, right? So is that a stock concept or a flow concept then? Something like income. A flow concept, right? You can't say, no, at this very moment, my income is this much. Now, income is usually for a month, no? So I get class fees, I work for a econ firm, that is my income. So I can't say exactly at this point, my income is 100. I can say for the month of September, okay, my income is 100,000. See? So what is income then? Income is a flow concept. Yes, what about something like wealth? The amount you have in your bank account, your in your purse, something like that. Your wealth. Can you say that exactly at this point I have this much? Can you say exactly at 20th of September my wealth is 100,000? That means, let's say my bank balance. Can say, right? Exactly at this point my bank balance is 100,000. Let's say we'll take your wealth is only your bank balance. You can, right? See, so things like, for example, wealth is what? That is more like a stock concept. Exactly at this point you can say. Then what about money supply, guys? That's the total amount of money in the country. What do you think? Money supply. Again, a stock concept, guys. You can measure and see, money supply is what? Currency held by public and demand deposit. Let's say M1. So exactly at this point, you can measure and see how much of currency held by public is there in the country. How much now? Practically measuring might be hard, but you can say, exactly as at 20th of September 5 p.m. money supply is 100 million. You can say that currency held by public and demand deposit. Take all the totals of the demand deposit, calculate all the total of money that people have with them. You can say, so even money supply is what? Is more like a stock concept. Exactly at this point, you can say how much is there. But income, you can't know. Okay, what about GDP? The gross domestic product of a country. Can you say exactly at this point GDP is this much? Or do you say for the period GDP is this much? GDP. More like a period, no? We say Sri Lanka's GDP was 77 billion for the year 2022. We don't say Sri Lanka's GDP as at 31st December, this much is this much. We say for a period. So something like GDP, again, a flow concept. That is the difference between stock concepts and flow concepts in economics. Okay. Now, then what about the answer, guys? The correct statement: money supply is a stock, income is a flow. So number. Okay. Now, 27. Demand for money of a country is determined by, very easy. What are the two main determinants for demand for money? Think of transaction motive, precautionary, and speculative motive. There are two main elements that for transaction and precaution there is one. For speculative there is another. What is the two main determinants? One is income, the other is interest rate. No, for transaction and precautionary it's income. For speculatory it's interest rate. So the two main determinants, guys, is real income and interest rate. Apart from this, what are the other determinants of money, guys? Others apart from this, what else determines the amount of money that you demand? Other factors. The price level, definitely, right? So if the price level is high, you will demand for more. Apart from that, okay, financial innovations, good. What does this mean? Now, for example, guys, think now, I'll give you a simple financial innovation, something like debit cards. Okay, debit cards. So if you take something like debit cards, earlier we didn't have debit cards. So earlier when someone gets their salary, let's say someone gets 50,000 salary, they will keep that 50,000 with them itself. They will not go and put it in the bank, because if they want to withdraw, buy something, they have to go to the bank, stand in the queue, take the money. So they will keep the money for them. So earlier demand for money was high. Now with the introduction of new financial innovations like online banking, debit cards, now people don't keep money with them. No, do they demand for money now? No. Now the money is in the bank. You go to Cargill's, you give your debit card. You go Uber Pick Me, you put a card payment, right? So with more and more financial innovations coming, the demand for money is going down. Demand for money is how much of money people are keeping in the form of cash. Okay. So maybe even things like, for example, your wealth, right? You don't have to have income. Maybe your income is zero, but you have so much of wealth. Your father is so rich person. He has, let's say, billions and billions of money. You're not earning anything. You failed A levels and you're at home, but still you have so much of money that in your purse because you're wealthy. You're wealthy, right? Even things like future expectations, all of those will affect the demand for money. Okay. So just remember, the main things are interest rate and income. But apart from that, these are also factors that affect the demand for money. Okay. Going to 28. Easy one. What are they saying? A decline in the price level. Now prices have gone down. What will happen? Has no impact on the value of money, increases the value of money, has no impact on value of money in the long run, has no impact on the value of money in the short run, reduces the value of money. What happens to the value of money, guys? When prices go down, the 1,000 rupees that you have, is it now worth more or worth less? The value of that. Now prices are very cheap. That means with your 1,000 rupees, you can buy a lot of goods, no? So value of money goes up. When prices go down, what happens? The value of money goes up. Now, currently what has happened? Currently, remember, I've told you, what do your parents tell? Remember, you all would have heard, no? Your parents say earlier when they take 1,000 rupees and go, they can buy so much of goods and come. Now see, we know how much we can buy for 1,000. What has happened? The value of money has come down, no? Now with the 1,000 they take to the market and go, they can't buy much goods. Why? Because prices have gone up. So when prices increase, the value of money comes down. Value of money comes down. That is what has happened at present. This is the real story right now. Okay. 28 is done. 29. M2B, money supply consists of what? Yo, very easy question, guys. M2B has what, Lamai? M2B has currency held by public and demand deposit, that is M1. That plus the time and savings deposits from the public in commercial banks, that is M2. That plus NRFC, 50% of the NRFC, plus the RFC, resident foreign currency and non-resident foreign currency. So this is M2B. So they are asking consists of what? Think high-powered money plus foreign currency, no. Demand deposits plus foreign currency. Foreign currency deposits mean these are non-resident foreign currency and resident foreign. These are foreign currency accounts. Okay, so 2 is saying demand deposits and foreign currency. No, they are omitting a lot of others there. Fixed deposits, that is time and savings and foreign currency. No. Narrow money supply, that is M1 and this one, no. Broad money supply and foreign currency, yes. So this is broad money supply, no. M2, currency held by public, and this is called broad money supply, in other words M2. So M2 plus the foreign currency accounts is what is M2B. Is that okay? Not hard, no? Easy question to handle. Question 5. Okay. Now going to 30. Now NRFC, guys, is non-resident foreign currency accounts. Now, for example, let's say your father is working abroad. He's been working abroad for more than 1 year. So he's not a resident of Sri Lanka. So when he sends money through a non-resident foreign currency bank account. So your father sends, let's say he gets salaries in dollars. So he sends the money into a NRFC account. Then your mother in Sri Lanka can withdraw that. But withdrawal will happen in this. Resident foreign currency, someone living in Sri Lanka, keeping the money in foreign currency. Okay. 28 is 2, 29 is 5. Now we go to 30. Macroeconomic stability of an open economy is reflected by. How do you have macroeconomic stability? To have macroeconomic stability, you need to have what? You need to have internal stability plus external stability. So what does internal stability mean? Internal stability is keeping your price level stable, guys. Okay, that is the main thing on internal stability, price stability, keeping prices stable. What about external stability? External stability is ideally keeping your exchange rate, guys, making sure that your exchange rate is stable. So if your price level is stable, you have internal stability. If you have stable exchange rate, then you have external stability. So both of these together is what you call macroeconomic stability. Has Sri Lanka been able to achieve this recently? Now see, this can be a question that they throw at you, okay? They can ask you, has Sri Lanka been able to achieve macroeconomic stability in the recent years? Explain. So then you need to say macroeconomic stability, there is internal and external. Internal stability means keeping price level stable. You should say, no, Sri Lanka has not been able to achieve that. Say that, give some numbers, say inflation was at around this rate, right? It went down here, then it has come down. So there is no internal stability. Then exchange rate, it was 200, then went to 360, now it's at 320, right? So no external stability also. So Sri Lanka has not been able to achieve macroeconomic stability. So they can give you a practical current context question like that. Okay. So which one is our answer, guys, then? Number 1, no? Price levels and foreign exchange rate, having that state. That's question number 30. 31. The macroeconomic objective achieved by reducing interest rates. Again, very practical, guys. Right now in 2023, these days you can see central bank is reducing the interest rate. Why? Why are they reducing the interest rates? What are they trying to achieve from this? To decrease consumption due to increase in investment and price level. Is to increase the production due to the increase in investment and aggregate demand. Increase profits of firms due to increase in consumption and investment. Increase the government tax revenue to increase savings. Emerge new investment due to increase in share price and business profit. Why are we reducing interest rates here? You increase interest rates to reduce money supply and reduce inflation. But why are we reducing interest rates? Now central bank is doing the opposite of what they did 1 year ago. Why are we reducing, guys? The main reason to reduce interest rates, guys, is to improve investments. You want now firms to borrow and spend. You want firms to expand, because then only there will be what? Then only aggregate demand will improve. Then only the GDP will go up. Then only economic growth will happen. Remember, Sri Lanka recorded the worst economic growth in 2022. Now, even in the first 2 quarters, remember recently in the past paper class, I sent you the quarter 2. How much is the number? Quarter 2. Even in quarter 2, 2023, economic contracted. Contracted by how much? In the first quarter, it contracted by 10.8 to 11 point something. In quarter 2, by how much did it contract by? Sent in the past paper class group 2 or 3 days ago. By how much did it contract? In the second quarter, if I'm not mistaken, it contracted by 3.1. Check 3.1 or 3.3. I can't remember the exact number. I sent the screenshot and the thing in the past paper class group. So that is again fell by 3.1. So now what the government wants to do, they want to revive that. Now economic growth is contracting. So they want what to happen? They want the economy to now grow, guys. To make sure the economic grows, what are they doing? They are now, yes, that is GDP growth. That's negative GDP growth. Okay. So now they are reducing interest rates to do what? They are reducing interest rates so that investments will increase. Therefore, aggregate demand goes up, then GDP goes up, then economic growth goes up. So the purpose of this, guys, is number 2, to increase production due to increase in investment and aggregate demand. That's the main objective of reducing interest rates. And that is what the central bank is doing in the past 2-3 months. Yes, on the bad side of this is money supply can go up. There can be inflationary pressure. But now inflation is under control. No? So now central bank will not keep interest rates at a higher level. Now they want to promote economic growth. Remember, we spoke about this in the fast track class of how the focus has changed. 1 year ago, they were trying to bring inflation down, but the bad side was there was negative economic growth. And then now what they're trying to do is to promote that economic growth, what they are doing. You know, that story have in mind. Okay, that's 31. 32, very easy. Examples of expansionary monetary and fiscal policy measures are these questions to ask from, you know. Increase SRR. Increase SRR is contractionary monetary policy. Wrong. Selling government securities. Again, contraction. Increase SRR. No. Purchase government securities. Okay. That is expansionary this thing in the open market, and reduce taxes. Reducing taxes also is expansionary fiscal. Purchasing government securities, expansionary monetary. Good. That can be our answer. Increase the interest rate. No. 32 is 4. Is that fine? Because I'm not giving you a break. I'll do it if I finish it. I'll anyway be finishing in 15 minutes. Is 32 fine? Okay. Right. Then we'll get into okay, that is it with 2014. How did you all do? This paper is kind of easy, guys, not that hard. How many questions were there? From 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. There were 7 questions, no? At least 5 out of 7? Yes, no? Check. So increasing rates means contraction monetary, right? Increasing policy interest rates. So whatever rates, if you increase, money supply comes down. Right? Good. So 14 is